On Amazing Kitchen today, we will be talking about Good Friday. This video is divided into two parts. The first half of the video will be about what is typically eaten on Good Friday and the choice of food. And then the second half of this video will be about the significance of Good Friday and the meaning of why it's called good for Good Friday. All right, I'll leave the chapters in the description below. Feel free to refer to it and watch the part that interests you the most. I'd like to also ask you to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy it very much. So make sure you hit the bell button so you'll be notified on our future videos. Okay, let's get into part one. So what is typically eaten on Good Friday? Well, depending on the part of the globe that you're from or the faith. So typically Roman Catholics are gonna fast on this day. But if they cannot fast, then they will at least have fish and not meat, because meat is seen as a celebration food group. So on this day, they try to mourn and understand what Jesus Christ did on the cross. So typically no meat is eaten on this day, and if you're over 18, I think, and they typically fast also. And later on in the video, I will also see what the scriptures say about food to be eaten for Good Friday or Easter weekend. All right, so the typical choice of fish, I would guess, is generally tilapia would be the type of fish that will be eaten on this day. And the reason for that is because tilapia is called a St. Peter's fish. Now, I made an episode on why tilapia is called a St. Peter's fish. I'll leave the description or the link above here. So just feel free, click to it and review it on your own if you have interest on this. So because the consensus on Good Friday is to eat fish or fast, I'll be making for you a fish taco dish today. So I guess it will be something of interest to everyone. Let's go. So that was the fish taco recipe. I hope you enjoy it. Try making it on Good Friday for your friends and family. Give it a try. I think you will enjoy very much. Okay, let's get into part 2 of this video where we talk about the significance and the meaning behind good on Good Friday. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, good designates a day or sometimes in a season which religious observance is held. That's the Oxford Dictionary. But let's see what believers of Christ understand Good Friday to be. The story of Good Friday is the backbone of Christian faith because it is the central theme of the gospel. Now, God provided His own sacrifice so that His entire wrath against sin can be poured out on His sacrificial lamb, which is called Jesus Christ. He went to the cross and died on Friday and rose again on Sunday as proof to say He has defeated sin. Even though Jesus suffered and died on the cross for mankind on Friday, it should be a day of mourning and sadness. But the exact contrary happened. It is called good on this Friday. Now, let's look into it some more and see why it's called good on this special day. Let us start by looking into why Jesus went on the cross in the first place. He willfully went to the cross and allowed the people in those days to arrest Him and put Him on the cross to be sacrificed. He had a purpose on the cross, and it was to defeat sin, whereby allowing the judgment of God's wrath to be poured out onto Jesus' body so that mankind can be righteous in God's eye. Because of Jesus' love for all of humanity, now man can be reconciled back to God. That day was victory over sin, so that anyone who believes in Jesus and what He has done for us on the cross will get everlasting life. Just like what is stated in the verse John 3:16. Hence, it makes a great deal of sense to call it Good Friday instead of Sad Friday or anything else. It is truly a day to celebrate instead of feeling a sense of sadness. On a side note, when I say man, I refer to mankind in general. So it includes male and female. So I thought it is important that I put it out there and clarify. So what does the scripture say about the type of food to be eaten on Good Friday? In fact, Jesus never specifically say what can and cannot be eaten because it wasn't a celebration until after man realized the real reason Jesus went to the cross. But one thing He did mention during the Last Supper with His disciples before He was arrested, Jesus asked that all His followers to partake in Holy Communion, which is the breaking of bread that represents His body and the drinking of wine that represents His blood, so that it is to remember what Jesus did on the cross. And He asked everyone to do it as often as can, as a remembrance for what He has done. So that is the only thing that is stated in scripture, what you should eat and shouldn't eat for Good Friday. What we see today in a lot of popular culture and country, all the rules and restrictions, I think that is more of tradition and a form of respect for what Jesus did on the cross on that day, but it is not written in the scripture whether you should or shouldn't eat on that day in particular. So I hope that I have shined some light on the type of food and the reason behind Good Friday and why we celebrate it as believers around the world. Whether you're in a certain denomination or not, it doesn't matter, but it's all the same because it is the same Jesus and it is the same reason why He died for everyone. So I hope that the story of Good Friday has inspired you or clarified some misunderstanding in your belief of what Good Friday is. So going forward from now, I hope that you see Good Friday as something that is totally different and the whole Easter weekend, because Friday was Good Friday when Jesus went to the cross, but Sunday was when He rose again, which is Easter Sunday or Easter Monday, when everyone celebrates the hunting of eggs and everything. But that's exactly not part of the scripture. I guess that was later on from the pagan side of celebration that got added to this day. But nonetheless, it is a weekend that everyone goes out with the family and the kids, and they go out, have fun. So I hope you enjoyed this episode with the fish taco and the Good Friday Easter weekend and the meaning behind it. So if you think someone could be of interest of this video, go ahead and share it with them, and also like this video if you haven't yet. Alright, well, we'll see you on the next episode on Amazing Kitchen. Bye now.